Then we go to the issue that, you know, the greatest challenge we are having in Nigeria is the issue of infrastructure, which you are all aware. And when we came on board, as it is, according to PIPA guidelines, every cycle of 4 years, there is a provision of funds provided by PIPA to all the 211 member association to see what they can do to put an infrastructure that will help them to develop the game of football within their country. And to us, we sit down as a board, we saw that the greatest problem we have is that we are lacking infrastructure and the area of also an accommodation that we can be accommodating our players, because we know what we are going through. If you go and look at the accounts or the books of NFL, you will see that in the year, the money spent on hotels and other activities, camping players, is running into billions. So we feel it's important for us to try as much as possible to leave that legacy. And then all of you are a living witness. In March 2024 and 2025, we come up with this project that is going on there. And you saw where it is now. One of the pitch has already been completed. And according to the agreement of the contract is supposed to be completed in March next year, because it's a 2-year contract. But also in that direction, I know history will also judge us, and Nigerians will also remember us that we have put our own mark in that direction. And one of the key issues that hinder most of our activities is the issue of funds. As you are all aware, when we came on board in 2024, the dollar is reading to around 400 or something. Before 2023, it rose up to 700. Suddenly, in early January, is it February 2024, it doubles to about 1,400. So it became extremely difficult for us, because when we came on board, all the partners that NFF are having a relationship with, they have a contract that will run minimum up to 2025, and still we're having some that will even run up to 2026 by December. So somebody is giving you 300 million in 2021 or 2022, whereby with 300 million you'll be able to get about $600,000 or $700,000 if you change it. Now suddenly after 1 year, with that 300 million, you can only get $200,000. And you all know the activities of NFF are rally around foreign activities. So that area become extremely very difficult for us. But as you all know, my background, I am a trained accountant, and I worked for 35 years before I retired, and then I tried to see how I can work with my account department and staff to make sure that we manage the little resources we have to get to where we are. But the good story is that there is something that is more worrisome and very critical to us. There is a contract we have with Nike, which all of you are aware we are related with Nike. But a lot of you will start asking sometimes when you come, not like the way it is some 10 years back or more than that, when you can even come to NFF, and if you see the NFF president, he can only turn his head like this and get you a jersey or even a tracksuit. But now it becomes extremely difficult, because as the president of NFF, if you go to my house now, I cannot bring out a set of tracksuit of Nike, because we made a contract that was signed for 11 years running on the same terms. For 11 years running on the same term. $500,000 and then $1 million kits. So if somebody is giving you $500,000 in 2015 and he's still giving you $500,000 in 2026, what do you see about it? It's like you have nothing. And then if somebody is giving you kits of $1 million in 2015, now you are still relying for him to give you kits of $1 million. As I'm talking to you, even the girls that travel to Poland and the girls that are here, we have to buy jerseys for them, because $1 million cannot even service Super Eagles qualifiers for World Cup and Nations Cup, as well as the Super Falcons. So we raised an issue on it when I realized that it is just not possible, and it is something that we just can't accept as a country. And we made our own inquiries to see on different parts of the continent, to see that even countries that are more down than us when it comes to football, what I mean by that is Nigeria participates in all the tournaments, either global, regional, or even continental. So what does a kid sponsor producers need? Visibility. Now you got even smaller countries receiving more than what we were being given. We engaged Nike. This process started since 2024. We have been going up and down with them to a point that we couldn't reach an agreement, because whatever they are offering, we are still not satisfied with it. But finally, they have agreed that we can go ahead and look for some other partners if we feel we are not comfortable with what they can do. And at the end of the day, we contacted Adidas, we contacted some other kid sponsors, and we were able to secure a substantial and a very good deal for Nigerian football when it comes to kid sponsorship with Adidas. The only thing why we did not make it public before now is because when you sign a contract, it has clauses. Even for us to have the privilege to go and discuss with other partners, we have to seek the permission of Nike out of the provisions of the contract. But because of the way we had the relationship with them, they tried to give us the go-ahead, thinking we cannot get people that will respond to us the way we expected. And then luckily we were able to get the response, a good response from Adidas. And then secondly, the Nike has the matching right. Whatever any company will try to provide to us, we have to give them the opportunity to see if they can match it. If they can match it, then we have to go. And then when we forwarded what we received from Adidas, they were not able to match it. But the most important thing is that we are constrained that it has to be maybe around September, so that it can become public. But I feel today I have to say it, because that contract has been duly completed, duly signed, and it is going to be a great turnover for Nigerian football.